calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19.
6:37, 24. Express.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. And he's got it. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out.
Down. 188.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Melvin Gordon, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their open. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Here we go. Now let's go.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Room here to run. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
That's fielded in the end zone. He'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
There's a good push to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Nifty move by Gordon. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Carr. Walker with a grab, left side. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And he locates Walker, complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Carr now 8 of 8 throwing the ball in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down, but they'll get it back.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Go. Get set.
From the gun, Carr. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Hey, later, 2. Hey.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it?
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first game. But they face a second and long to start things out. They'll drop the throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Now a play fake here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more, they tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Here we go now.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Second down a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
Back to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though, 3rd and long. A give. This is Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Throwing on 1st down is Carr.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Houston. In for the score. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. A toss play, Gordon. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Again, it's Carr. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. As his guys are in for 6. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara breaks a tackle, and he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Back to throw here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to go down again. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And now out comes Houston. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey. You got 3. You got 3. 3 down. Hey.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Line of scrimmage, again to 25, 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now let's go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Wesley Woodyard in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 22. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Yeah, 98's down. 58.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Carr being chased out left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
From midfield, here's Carr. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Carr now just one misfire so far after that last completion. 15 of 16. It's 1st down. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now a play fake. Carr looking for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. In for the score. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy. Now let's go.
Again, it's Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now back to throw. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. He's in a groove right now. 2 sacks last week. Also got AFC Defensive Player of the Week for that effort. Another sack right there.
He just innately understands how to get to the quarterback. He's going to be blocked differently each and every time. He knows how to counter, how to adjust, and how to get home, as they like to say.
Now let's go.
Now a pitch out to Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Here we go now.
They'll set up to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive here. Look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jurrell Casey in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
He may try and run for this. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Thomas has got it. Complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Saints on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable third down, 3rd and 2.
3-19.
Following the penalty is Kamara. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So it's a rare two-miss ball game for him now. Normally one of the more dependable guys you're going to find around. Very unlike him. One of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Demario Davis there on the stop. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen. Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense. Carr got his man complete over the middle. That's Brock. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. 93. The handoff goes to Gordon, running left, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Alex Anzalone coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. The offense on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. 694. On play action. Now Carr. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. 23 yards on the play. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out. Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection. On 1st down, Carr. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play. And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there. It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game? They give it to him running left. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Melvin Gordon taking it in from a yard out. And this offense continues to pour it on. Extra point put through by Suckup. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And they'll let that play, the completed pass, stand as they decline the penalty.
So do you get the sense they like their defense?
Yeah, they wanted that next down to come up.
Yeah, they weren't worried about the yardage there at all. Just what you said. Let the downs trickle away.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Watch it now, Barney.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Here we go now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short game. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A huge play there for Houston. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, a final win here means they'll finish at 14-2. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it'll be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 6-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.